Jason. How you doing? It's Vinny Appice here.
Hey, Vinny, how are you?
Good. I'm okay.
Just getting started for the day?
Yeah, well, originally I thought these were Pacific time.
Oh.
And they're, but they gave me a list that said 10:30, so I'm thinking it's Pacific time. Then he just called, no, it's Eastern time. Oh, okay.
So,
trying to get up.
So it's what, 7:30 in the morning for you right now?
Yeah, 7:30 right now. Yeah.
That's
You're on the East Coast, right?
I'm actually in I'm in the middle of Canada, so
okay.
we're Eastern time, but
right.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, I'm up, so we're good.
Excellent. Well, it definitely must be early for you to be up at 7:30 doing interviews, but I appreciate you. I appreciate you calling.
Oh, no problem. I love doing them, and even in the morning, it's okay.
Do you find that you're pretty busy with interviews recently?
Since the Heaven and Hell DVD came out and the Dio CD came out, within weeks of each other, I've been doing a ton of interviews, Right. And so the past couple of weeks, every week there's been quite a few interviews. So, but I like doing them. I like talking about stuff, and I have no problem with it. And usually Ronnie would be hit with all these interviews,
Right.
He liked doing them, and he didn't like doing them. So
this has to be, I think, probably the first time that a drummer's had two live records released pretty much at the same time, with two different bands.
Yeah, maybe I made history.
It's entirely possible. Listening back to the albums, does it bring back good memories for you, or is it still a little bit painful?
Actually, listening to the old, this week, both the Dio at Donington and the Heaven and Hell live in Europe came out. No, it's fun to listen to. It's just watching the DVD is a little harder because you see Ronnie and
right.
Yeah, it looks so familiar and everything was in place and he just sang so well and it just makes you wonder how could he not be here, So it was a little hard watching the DVD. I didn't really watch the whole thing yet, but just little bits of it,
Right. Were you involved with the production of the DVD, other than obviously playing on playing at the show?
Well, we just, for the band, we just basically played the set down. We didn't change anything. It was same set we were doing on that tour. And then when we came to mix it, we did mix it in California. And Ronnie and I would go down there and listen to it and mix it with the engineer, Win Davis. And there wasn't really there wasn't many things that needed to be fixed, so it was pretty smooth. And then we'd send it over to Tony in England, and Geese lives here too, so Geese would come down too. And we'd get it to where we liked the levels, and then send it to Tony. They make some changes there, so it just went back and forth.
Right.
So, but production-wise, that's, what you hear is what we played, which is great,
Absolutely.
It's all the live playing.
Nice. Very nice. One of the things I really liked about watching the video, I watched it for the first time last night, was a lot of live concert DVDs these days, they try and make them look like music videos, with all the quick cuts and weird special effects and stuff. But I love the fact that the DVD was shot, almost from a fan perspective, or at least with fans in mind, like an actual concert.
Yeah, whoever did first of all, the filming where the camera placement was pretty incredible. And then they had the camera on the boom in the audience, which was a huge audience. And just all the placements of the cameras and the angles were great. And then whoever did the editing for the actual video did a great job, It makes you feel like you're not missing anything and you're viewing it from every possible angles, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah, kept it more in a live mode than that perfect video cut, you know.
Right.
We didn't want that anyway. We'd rather show the band live and what we do live. So I think that worked out well that way.
For sure. Now, I wondered, watching you do your drum solo, when you're getting geared up for a tour, do you have kind of a standard, this is my standard tour kit, and this goes on tour with me, or do you sometimes add something in because I've been playing this a little bit and I want to add this drum in to use on my solo?
Right. Well, usually what I do is usually I get a new kit each tour. So on this last tour, it was a really giant DW kit, and it matched the stage set really well, and it was painted to match the stage set colors that we had. So the drums were for that tour, you know, and
right.
had we continue, or if we continue, I might use that set again. I don't know. So usually, because even back in the days, we were touring for a long time, and then the tour would last a year and a half, and then we would stop for a while, and then usually make an album. So within all that time, we would get more, and think of different ideas, and then order a new drum set.
Right.
Something bigger, badder, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So the set that's on that video is the set was for just that tour. That's where it's been used.
Okay.
And it's a beautiful set. Sounds great and really fun to play. So I enjoyed that.
One of my thoughts while watching that was a clip from an old Alice Cooper DVD where they were talking about how Neil Smith used to call up the drummer from The Who and find out how many drums he had, and then he'd go out and buy one more just to make his kit that much bigger.
That's funny. Yeah, well, this piece had 21 pieces, so it was a lot of drummers now in some of the new bands, and the kits are smaller.
Right.
And I had more drums up in the air flying around me than most kids had on the floor, so.
Yeah.
But it looked good, and that's the type of band it was. There was a lot of gear on stage, and it looks cool.
Yeah.
For this kind of music, it matched,
Absolutely.
But that's a funny story. That's cool. I like that.
And one of the things, too, is that you actually, I think you hit every piece of equipment on your set, like on your kit as well.
Yeah, and I didn't, with a kit that big, I had like six aerial drums up in the air. Yeah, I just didn't hit them anywhere. I tried to build it and start the set with not even hitting any of them, and then gradually as the set progresses on, start hitting some of the drums, and then by the middle of the set, I'm hitting all of them.
Right.
Going crazy on all of them. Then it builds to a drum solo, which I hit everything, and then it calms down. Next song or two, I'm down playing the basic hit, and then build up at the end again. So it's a way to use stuff, rather than just hit it for just the reason of hitting it.
Yeah.
It's more musical, trying to use it like that, more dynamic.